This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we follow Ontario couple Mike and Erin Gate on their trip of a lifetime to South Africa. Now, Mike will be hunting the species known as the ghost of Africa, the kudu. The couple also shares with us some of their experiences in traveling to and sightseeing around one of the most beautiful areas of the entire African continent. Take a look at this muskie. Here we go. Got him. We have found the bluefish.
I have 2 bass on.
Such a thick fish.
That was awesome. I love it.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews and Vortex Optics.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt Walbeck. Mike and Erin Gate have been dreaming about making the trip to Africa for a number of years. For Mike, the opportunity to chase a trophy kudu bull is something that's high on his list. And for Erin, well, she has an unusual request. She'd like to swim with the great white sharks. After a recent trip to the SCI banquet and auction, the couple find themselves in Cape Town, South Africa, ready to check a few items off of their bucket list.
We're here in South Africa. We're chasing kudu. First light this morning, coming along and we spotted a group of kudu on the top, females, and standing just behind him in the bush was a shooter bull. Very nice bull. I haven't got a whole lot to judge against. We've seen a lot of them. I've never shot one, but it got Ken excited, so obviously that just trickled right down to me. So we're gonna go see if we can get that thing, right?
Yeah. I saw them just against the hill there. So they're standing in the sun this morning. It's been wet, so they will stand there in the sun trying to dry out. So what we're gonna do is just gonna go over this little hill and put a stalk on them on the other side. And see if we can get a chance. We need to be quiet and slow movements is this thing with them. So, all right,
Let's go get him.
All right. From the left, running in the middle. Getting on him. Do this.
That's good. I tell you.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, as he turned, the wind just turned on us slightly.
Just a bit.
And he was lying down actually,
Yeah.
and he stood up and he looked around and he got a whiff of us. And
Yeah, as soon as that wind shifted, he was
gone.
checked out. He was gone. That was pretty exciting, intense. We just come over the top of the hill, and they were right inside the bush, and he was on the outside. There was a cow on either side, I believe, and he was just kind of laying down at first, and then he stood up. And as we were getting set up, you could just feel the wind just switched, and now all of a sudden you could feel it on the back of your neck, and it's like, oh, here it comes. And as soon as that thing wasn't 10 seconds later, gone. So that's how cagey these things are. If you can't everything has to be just right, or you're gonna end up watching them run away. I'm not gonna say we would have had a shot. It was 500 plus yards, pushing 600. That's a little too far to make a good ethical shot, so they just went over. Ken kind of informed us that he figures they're just gonna get on the other side, slow down. They're probably heading for the way far side, but we should be able to catch up to them, so we're gonna go peek our head over that next knob, see if we can get another crack at them. Hey everybody, Mike Gate, my wife Erin, and the way the kind of whole thing started is we go down and we exhibit at the SCI show down in Green Bay, which is a great show for us, and kind of the highlight of the whole getaway for us is not only a work trip, but their auction and banquet is probably one of the highlights of our year. So we always make sure we get in there early and we get a booklet and we go through and look at all the hunts.
If you've never been to an SCI auction, they're a lot of fun. And what it is Safari Club International. Different outfitters donate trips that they auction off. And they're from all around the world. They're Africa, Argentina, New Zealand, Australia, Belize, even America, Canada. So all of us outfitters get together and we donate a free trip. And guests come in and purchase tickets for the auction. And then there's an auctioneer who auctions off all these trips. Years past, we had bought one 2 years ago for Argentina, and they create a pamphlet of all the trips that are for auction. And we flagged a few we were interested in. And at that moment, I had gone to the washroom, and I come out, and Mike is like, hey, we just bought a trip to South Africa. So I didn't have a whole lot of input into it, but this is one place I've always wanted to go. And the only stipulation with me is I said I've always wanted to go great white shark diving, and South Africa is one of the best places in the world to do it, so I made sure that this happened.
So after we bought it, we're, okay, now how is this gonna work out? And Ken from Gamka Safaris just happened to be down the aisle from us at the show. So after we bought the trip, we had pretty much the whole next day to go through, and he really kind of put the whole thing into perspective of, you know, travel-wise and this and that and all the little fine-tuning of it. So we left, went from kind of, ooh, what are we gonna do, to like, whoa, I can't wait to get there, you know? With the SCI thing, the people that you're actually purchasing these trips from, they're right there. You just walk across the aisle or go visit them and sit down, and they can answer all your questions, because that's the beauty part of it. So we're asking Ken these questions like, hey, transportation. Well, first of all, what really put us at ease was, he says, I'll meet you at the airport. I'll pick you up right there. So that's taken one of my major problems out of the way right away. It's travel day. So Erin and I, we drove to Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's 3 hours from ours. So we hop on a plane, fly down to Minneapolis, where we met up with Kurt and Carla. So we get on the airplane in Minneapolis, and they say they feed you a good meal, have a drink, watch a movie. 12 hours later, we're in Amsterdam. We had a 3-hour layover. And then from there, straight to Cape Town. And you get there, and I mean, Cape Town's a pretty big airport, pretty busy. So we figure out where the luggage is gonna come, and lo and behold, it's right there. One of the first questions we had for Ken is, what do we do for money? Like, is it all credit card, is it all cash, whatever? So he suggested convert some money over, like you don't need to convert everything. So I think we exchanged $300-400 US. And you know, that was more than enough to get us through. And like even down to remember the little lady at the exchange counter? She's like, oh, it's just, everybody was just so happy. It was just like, wow, how come everybody's in such a good mood here?
So once we arrived in Africa and got through customs, our PH, which is our professional hunter, was there to meet us. He greeted us, brought us out to the vehicles, and one of the first things you notice in South Africa is the steering wheel is on the right-hand side of the car and not the left. One of the first things I noticed about when we arrived and we started our drive is it wasn't what I pictured it would be. In my mind, I pictured it as very dry, dusty, and almost desolate. And we get driving, and there's just lush trees and the beautiful ocean surrounding almost all three sides of us at all times. Cape Town is a major shipping port in South Africa, so there are ships and boats surrounding us, people walking everywhere. It was a very safe community. So it really shocked me and some perceptions that you have. I think this is why travel is so important, because you get to form your own opinion by actually being there, than listening to what others tell you about, or just the ideas you form in your own mind. To actually be on that land and to live what they are living is phenomenal.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission Crossbows and HHA Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Just a recap of yesterday. So we chased this one particular kudu halfway across Africa. Close one being a little over 500 yards. Myself being mainly bow hunting for the last 4 years, let's just say it was a little bit of a stretch. So we're back at it here. It's first light, about 6:30, quarter to 7 in the morning. And we're gonna get back out and we're gonna try and find that kudu again, because this one was worthwhile chasing. So whole new day. The weather's beautiful. There's not much wind. Got a little cooler last night, so as soon as the sun starts coming up, these animals are gonna come out, and hopefully one of them's gonna show himself today.
Still staying in.
Oh, there he goes now. He's going to come to the right. Okay, he's behind
Under
us,
those
he's
big
behind
trees.
top anyway. Harry, kom aan. Zien jullie nog? Yes. Again. You see? Okay, you've got him in the back leg. Okay, just watch him. Just watch him. He's standing still. Okay, do you see him?
I don't see him, I just see the bushes where he's at.
We need to stay on him. He's still walking. The one you shot him a little bit backwards, but the one I heard, the last one you shot, sounded a good thump. But I don't trust him. We need to make sure. Give me a. Just want to find him. Alright. What I think we do is just give him a bit, let him go down, and then Moses will find him. He was still walking the last time I saw him, but he's not getting out of this valley.
Things are tough. Okay, we don't have to chase nothing. As they always say, work starts after the shots are fired. So here we go. We got blood. By the way it looks, he should be just right up ahead here. We've seen him go down once, but these animals here in South Africa are pretty tough, and their will to survive is pretty stout. So we've got to be very careful getting up to them there. So.
Go. On the shoulder. Nice shot.
Awesome. Look at this thing.
Really nice move.
Wow. 2 days in the making.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Look at this thing. Just look at the hide, huh? It's
Yeah.
so tough.
Yeah, and dark as well.
Dark, yeah.
Nice dark color on it.
Unbelievable.
Thick neck, everything. There's white tips as well.
Yeah.
On the points.
Well, Mike, congratulations, man.
Thanks,
I mean,
buddy.
We work hard for this one. Yeah, 2 days of hard work and walking. I'm very happy for you.
Yep. Thank you.
Mike and Erin came up to me at the SCI show in Green Bay and started talking to me about coming on a hunt, and especially coming on a hunt for kudu. So we got through all the paperwork and all the details and came down here and 2 days of hard work and it all paid off. It's not always that you can get a kudu. You know, they're very sneaky and they're not called the ghost of Africa for nothing. So again, congratulations. I'm very happy for you guys.
Thanks again, Ken. You know, we've got, as hunters, we've got literally hundreds of options to come to Africa hunting. When Erin and I first ran into Ken in Green Bay, the SCI show, you know, it was always kind of a bucket list thing, but we met Ken, had a chance to sit down and talk with him, ask the questions we needed to, and he was sitting right there, so there was no gray area, there was no back and forth here and there. And you know what he promised was everything delivered. Picks us up at the airport, he's our hunting guide, our professional hunter, he's our companion, he's never left our side. The food's been awesome. He even delivers it sometimes. So if anybody out there is thinking of coming out to South Africa, to go on a safari or a hunt or touring or whatever. Ken's wife Elma is also a little involved with the touring side of it too. Our wives are here. All of his information is right on the screen, and I tell you, don't hesitate to call, because you'll definitely have a good time and be happy with your choice.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Acme Tackle and Mountain Dew.
Hey Mike, congratulations on a great Kudu bull. Now remember, he made a promise to Erin that she gets to realize her dream of swimming with great white sharks. You're not going to want to miss next week's show, because we're going to tag along with Erin as she tries to realize her dream. And then Mike's back out on the hunt, this time for an impala ram. You're not going to want to miss it. So we hope that you'll join us again here next week, when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the US, around Canada, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Markham Technologies and Rapala.
The one afternoon, I guess morning, afternoon, would have been afternoon, so we go down to
No, not a chance and a half.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, a quarter of a chance.
And done.